She was giving up all her information. I was going to go to brunch, but I'm so cold. Right now, I'm just trying to get to my car. There was no heat. How are you so stupid? Me, like, who the hell you think you're talking to? So she's trying everything she can. Oh, you gonna get something to eat? Okay. He's all in the video. I hope this don't put me to sleep.
Get ready with me for my second showing at the Palm Springs International Film Festival. I'm thinking chromatic green, that army green, this bodysuit, this sweater, a cardigan, long one, the brown belt. I know I'm out of the chromatic. Steve Madden, I love this bag. My clear shoes. Don't have a green coat. This will work. My skin is always so supple after using this, and because I'm layering up, I want to make sure I'm moisturized. So remember this bodysuit? It's the Walmart bodysuit from the last haul. Remember I bought it in black as well? I decided to wear my hair up because it's quite windy out. I'm going to pair this outfit with gold jewelry. These flat water drop, not the Bottega bubble, but they work. I also have gold rings. I'm thinking emeralds and jades. Yeah, that's the look I'm going for. I am choosing to wear my YSL, my fave. It has a shimmery gold type of tint. I always line my lips. Perfume, Givenchy, internet, smells amazing. And this long cardigan, remember this one? Also a Walmart find, but I definitely need that belt just to give it a little zzzz. The inspiration for this look was to be an army green monochromatic look, but I didn't have the green coat. I just had the shearling, so I had to make it work. The shoes, the brown belt, it all came together in the end. It was a good look. I paired the look with these tortoiseshell glasses, and hey, we were ready to rock and roll. I hardly ever wear my bags on my shoulder, but I was thinking about it. But then I thought it's not going to look good with the shearling. It would have been too bulky. So I ended up having to use it as a top handle. All good. It still was a look.
Yeah. No.
I didn't put my ear plug in. I do have it, but I am leaving the film festival. It was amazing. The show was everything. I'm going to talk a little bit about it later. Right now, I'm just trying to get to my car. There were a lot of early showings at this theater. It has a Camelot 1, Camelot 2. It has a lot of theater space. Not to mention the farmers market was today. So the parking lot was busy. It's a little more empty than it was when I first got here, but it was amazing. It was good. I enjoyed it. I had a really good time. I was going to go to brunch, but I decided not to because it's my reset day. It is Sunday and I have a lot to do. So I am going to go home and fix some breakfast, and then I'm going to tell you more about the event and how well I perceived it. Okay, so I had to get back in the car. Listen, it was super, super cold in that theater. Now, last night when I went to see Gloria Gaynor, I was dressed pretty warm because it was evening and you expect that. The theater was very warm. In fact, I ended up taking my long coat off because it was really comfortable. That was not the case today. As you can see from the video, it's a little windy out, a little chilly. I am so happy that I layered up. There was no heat in the theater. If it was, they did not turn it on. It was a little uncomfortable for me because even though I'm all layered up, I was still a little chilly, you know. And normally when I go to a theater, I take my blanket, yes, especially in the summertime because they have the air on and you're dressed less. It was a temporary thing. I got through it. I enjoyed it so much. It is an international film, meaning you will have to follow along with the subtitles, which I don't mind at all. Sometimes I do prefer that because I don't always understand the dialogue and I find myself missing out. The film itself, it had a lot of under storylines within the story. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but I'm not going to tell you too much. I gave it an excellent star rating. Like, I still have that bone chill in my body. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna fix me a hot cup of coffee, which I did not have this morning. I had my detox tea and I just didn't get time to have my coffee. To fix me a nice hot meal. Very good. Thumbs up. Yeah, I'll see you then.
am back home. I've taken off some of the layers because it's quite comfortable in here, and I'm going to get some work done. I made myself avocado toast. I like it with the fried eggs, little tomato, warmed up. I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to come back and discuss the movie in a little more detail, not too much, give you my views on it and my recommendations because I thought it was amazing. It was a really good movie. I'll be back after I have my breakfast. I'll see you then. I am back. It is early evening. I want to make time for the Golden Globes. They come on tonight. If you're just tuning in, or just to give you a recap, Springs International Film Festival is this week, and this is my first time going. I've always wanted to attend, but something was always happening. This time, nothing was going on. I was waiting for it. I was all enjoying a good movie. As a writer, there's certain things that you look for. Give you a good snippet, quick, so I can get back to the red carpet. I love to see what everybody is wearing, especially who the Black designers are dressing. So it's a good opportunity to see what fashion has hit for the spring and the summer of 2024. Let's get started and talk about the movie. I hope this don't put me to sleep. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I'm blind. I can see better. I'm not gonna say I can't see. I just can see a lot better with them on. So this morning I went to see a show set in Bulgaria. And of course, because it's international, there was subtitles that you had to follow along, which I didn't mind at all. It wasn't a very fast movie. It wasn't very slow. It actually had a nice pace to it, which is great for flicks that have subtitles. As I stated before, I absolutely love that. It's about a woman who had gotten scammed by a phone scammer. Many of you know that, especially around the holidays, these phone scammers, now they are in our text messaging, and it's really out of control. So the person that wrote this movie, I'll put their name up. It was called Blaglia's Lesson. Blaglia was the main character. She was in her 70s. Vibe of the story is she gets scammed, but then she turns it around to get her money back. There were so many plots within this story. When I say that there were a lot of stories within a story, what I mean is she lost her husband and now she's getting taken advantage of. The funeral director, which he was charging so much money, and then he kept adding on. He was just being just a shark. I mean, so she was being taken advantage of that way. She's already been taken advantage from the scam. She tries to get a job. No one wants to hire her because she's 70 years old. So now you have that element going on in the ageism, which is a problem in America. It's probably all over the world. No one wants to hire a 70-year-old, so she's trying everything she can to get this money back.
Да, моля?
Криминална полиция, главен инспектор Колев.
Какво?
Направили сме блокада пред блока ви. Това са много опасни хора, госпожо. Събирате всички пари в къщата. Хвърляйте парите, ще ги изпуснем, госпожо. Хвърляйте и залягайте, може да стане престъпник.
Ало! Дойдох за парите.
Какви пари?
Звънят на произволни номера, докато не попаднат на потенциалната жертва. Никой не е защитен, хора.
С колко време разполагам? Цял живот съм живяла според правилата. Какъв е смисъл? Ало?
Отвори се работа. За гейта няма играещи, бе. Ти работиш ли, бе? Слезе ли, бе, какво става, Банки?
The way it went down, I'm telling you, you would not have thought that you were being scammed. Scammers use moles, and they use these moles to go out and do the basically heavy lifting.
So they're never caught. Sort of like the drug dealers do. They put the runners on the street and nothing ever comes back to them. She gets this call from a scammer, has her name, her address, her telephone number. So this is how it makes it so easy for the scammer to pull her in. So they tell her, we have reason to believe that you are on the list to be next because your credentials came up. This is how we were able to get in touch with you. And we need you to do XYZ to help us. And at first she denies it like 2 or 3 times. So, I mean, no one has time to really help you do your job. I mean, it is what it is. And they let her know that it's going to keep happening to other people and they fear for her life. They tell her that she's going to receive a call and she needs to do XYZ with money and then she needs to make a drop. She's so petrified because after that call, everything that the officer, who really isn't anyone from the precinct, told her would happen. They told her that she was going to be getting a call next and that she needed to protect herself and what to do and what to say. So sure enough, when they hung up, it's a scam. They're going to have their other person call back and threaten her. I think more so the reason why it was able to be, how can I say, believable is because, for one, it was just happening so fast. They asked for her address, they asked for her telephone number, they caught her off guard, they claimed that they needed to protect her, and they wanted to be there when the scammer showed up, and they needed her to help. So it was crazy how she was giving up all her information. These scammers, I can tell you, they have upped the ante. They have gotten good at what they do. So my heart was sinking when they were asking the question. It was very emotional because this could very well happen to any of us. And as I stated, she was 70 years old. And we do find this happening a lot to our older generation. They may not be able to think on their feet as fast. They get really scared easily, especially someone that's living alone. She just lost her husband. So her mind's not really in the right state at the moment because she's just going through so much. This is how these predators prey on our older generation, our younger generation. They just prey on the people that they feel are the weakest. Let me just say before I continue on, if you get any calls from anyone asking for any information, if it seems suspicious, if it sounds suspicious or it just sounds crazy, listen, hang up the phone. Sometimes I will text someone that I haven't talked to in a while, and they may say something that is a little strange, doesn't really make sense. And it leads me to believe, okay, either this person changed their number and this is somebody else. I stop right there. I don't go no further. Oftentimes it happens during the holidays because you want to wish people a happy new year. You want to wish people happy birthdays throughout the year, a Thanksgiving, and happy Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever the holiday. If that person changes their number and they're no longer have that number, but it's in your phone, you don't know who you could be calling. Sometimes when we go to, like, say, a car dealer and we're filling out information and say you get denied, or you have to come back with a cosigner. If you don't get your information shredded, they have it. And a lot of times, depending on whose hands your information is in, they can use that information to get your credit, to steal money from your various accounts. They think about it. They've got your social security, your birth date, where you work, your address, your driver's license number. They got all of your information. Be careful who you give your information to. Make sure it can be shredded if you are denied, even if you aren't denied. Try to get as much information shredded as you can. Glaglia used to be a teacher. She was no longer teaching. Well, privately she was, but not in an institution setting. She was trying to help a woman gain her citizenship in Bulgari. The woman would come to her house and take these sessions. And a few times the woman had made some mistake. Blaglia had gotten upset with her student and had made a statement that she was stupid. Different cultures do different things. So maybe for them, it wasn't a big deal. The student didn't think anything of it. She didn't get upset. She just kept working hard. Found that ironic because what she did to the student ended up coming back to her and the reporter. The reporter insinuated that she was stupid for, letting the scammers get away with all her money by throwing it over the balcony and giving out all her information. She did have a son that was grown living in America, and I think he was a tractor trailer driver, and he basically was sending a lot of the money home that she was using to buy this funeral plot for his dad and her husband. Even he ridiculed his own mother. Me, like, who the hell you think you're talking to? Who are you talking to? Well, when he did that, she did eventually hang up the phone because initially when it happened, she didn't say anything. He found out, he tried to degrade her, and I was getting upset because I'm like, wait, you are not talking to your mother that way. What? You're allowing him to say what? And then she pulled the plug on the computer because they used to talk through the computer, sort of like a Skype kind of thing. And everybody was cheering in the theater because, you don't talk to her like that. It gave her this fire to fight back. And I'm not going to tell you how it ended, but I can say this. I was shocked. I just wasn't expecting that ending. I don't think anyone was expecting that ending. I want you to go see it. If it's not in the theater, look it up. Blaglia's Lesson. I'll put it up here. This is the writer. I'd like for you to come back to this post and tell me your thoughts. I absolutely loved the movie. It did touch on the Bulgarian history, some of the different sites. Oh, you're going to get something to eat? Okay. He's all in the video. There was a lot of suspense. There was a lot of emotion. There were some laughs. So at times it was funny. At times it made you want to just choke somebody in the movie. It was good. It had a lot of different plots within the story that we talked about, but they all seemed to be consistent with one another. Just even though it was about scammers, all the plots was about taking advantage of people. What else? So that basically was it. I enjoyed it. Just like Gloria Gaynor, it was an excellent star rating from me.
Thank you for allowing me to share my experiences with you. I have decided to extend this into a 4 or 5 part series because I had a lot of showings scheduled this week, and in an effort for me to bring it all to you, I can't do it in one weekly vlog. So this is going to be continued this